Good morning. Hi, Tony. Here comes trouble. Good morning, Jess. Hi. Good morning, Heidi. It's early out there. It was about 9 o'clock. Did you guys get flooded in Minot, Jess? We got dumped on last night. I have my favorite coffee mug. It's made just for mornings. Go figure, a coworker of mine bought this for me in the past. Yeah, we went down to Bismarck yesterday, and I think, just as we were coming back in town, it kind of started, and then, we got, I think, almost 2 inches of rain out here, so it was fun. Yeah, Tony, I'm usually not. Well, I shouldn't say. I guess I am now. I never used to be. I don't know how many people are going to be up in the morning. I figured, well, I'm going to give this a shot. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what would be like the perfect time of day to go live. Because I know that there's people from the UK that sometimes tune in, so this makes it a little easier for them since it's not in the middle of the night. But for us working folk, unless you're at work and you can sneak in on your phone or whatever. Oh, that's right. I forgot I was. Yeah, I guess I did stream to YouTube. I didn't even think about that. I just kind of push buttons and go live. But yeah, I don't know. People may watch this later, but the reason I'm kind of migrating over to my business page is the profile pages lately have been it's just getting more difficult to go live on them. Most of the time, I can't see the comments coming from the profile pages. Don't know why. So, well, that, and like I said in the post, to consolidate everything, because I don't know how many platforms, but I have 2 pages here on Facebook, which is a little excessive. And I'm still trying to figure out, if I really want to build a platform on TikTok or not. I can never make up my mind. ADD is a real thing. I don't know. I get all excited to go live on TikTok, but I don't know. I'm going to keep pushing. But let me ask you all a question. How many of you are on TikTok? Not that you may do anything like for yourself, but do you watch people on TikTok? Morning, Crystal. And good morning, Katie. Squirrel, definitely a squirrel brain. But when TikTok went over to the new platform, when they switched, I don't know, what was it, last year, it kind of goofed everything up. Yeah, see, there's a lot of people that are kind of moving away from TikTok, especially after the change. I remember a year or 2 ago when I first went on TikTok, I'd go live and I would have, morning, Janelle, long time no see. See, there goes my ADD. I'm saying good morning. But I would go on TikTok, and it wasn't uncommon to have, 300 people in the chat. Now I go on there, and there's maybe 50. It just I don't know, it just seems weird. And the other thing is they seem to flag a lot more than they used to, and Facebook is kinda going in the opposite direction, where they used to just flag you for everything, and now it seems a little bit more liberal, where they're not really cracking down with their fact checkers and all that nonsense. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll flip a coin and figure out which one I'm gonna do, but I'm really feeling like YouTube and Facebook is kind of I don't know. I feel like that may be the perfect kinda setup. Well, it's funny on TikTok, if you say, like, any of the other platforms on there, it hasn't happened to me, but, um, people kinda skirt around saying Facebook, because if you say Facebook, apparently you get flagged for that, for trying to move people off the platform to a different platform. So that's one thing. Um, when you're doing readings, you gotta be really careful how you word things. You can't say murder because apparently that flags something in the algorithm, so you have to say unalived. So, sorry, but when I get into the flow of something, I'm giving it as I'm getting it, so I don't have time to sit there and think and try to edit it, so I don't get flagged on the platform and get knocked off. So it's kinda weird. Um, we'll just see. So, yeah, I know, Jess, it's kinda crazy. Alright. So, would you guys like some cards this morning? Yeah, censorship over there is kinda ridiculous. So, the other thing before I get into the cards, I'm gonna try something new when I'm live. Um, so in the past, I've tried to bring people up on StreamYard, and that can be a pain right in the butt. That's one thing I do like about TikTok is you can invite people up, and all they gotta do is push a button, and there they are. StreamYard, you gotta post the link, and that can be chaos sometimes. Let me just ask your opinion. So I'm thinking about just using my phone. So I have my business line, and I've done this in the past where I've given out my number during the live. So what I'll do is I'll start getting into the reading. I'll find my person in the chat, and then once I make that connection, I'll just have them call the phone and do the reading that way. I mean, everybody will be able to hear it, so you're still involved because it'll be on speakerphone. But I think in a way that just helps the flow where I don't have to sit and wait, um, for people to reply in the chat. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna start doing that. I started, Crystal, I have some videos that I've started to put on YouTube. And I have a book of ideas. So, and it's just topics that come to mind surrounding mediumship. Like the one that's in the queue right now, is about the theory of trapped spirits. And I'm kind of going back and forth how I want to kind of talk about that. I don't know if I want to get into the philosophy, the history, the reasons, the religious aspects, or just give my opinion based on how I think of it, my experience doing readings, that kind of thing. So, because what I don't want to do, I kind of want to leave it open to discussion as well, because people have their opinions, their ideas, their beliefs, and I don't want to trample on anybody's beliefs. I don't want to come from a point of view where I'm portraying that I know everything, which obviously I don't, but I have feelings about it. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna just do the call-in thing. So, all right. Also, you may notice that I'm doing subscribers now. Um, and Katie was the first one to sign up for subscription. So Katie, you're first in line this morning. And the subscription thing, I didn't even know really that was an option on Facebook. I was just doing what I usually do. I was in there the other day just pushing buttons, and I seen subscribe, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. So it's kind of like what TikTok does, but in a different way. And again, um, it kind of just gives back. It's not a lot of money. It's $10 a month. You can cancel anytime. With that, there is a group within that, a private group for subscribers. And there is, perks, if you will. There will be subscriber only lives in the future. Also, I'm going to do some card pulls. I want to carefully tread around whether I'm going to do them every day, because that can be a little overwhelming and it can get to the point where I'm not saying what I said I would do. So I'm kind of thinking that through, but there will be perks. Subscribe. I already said it's subscriber only lives. I'm going to do drawings once a month from the subscriber list and give away a free reading once a month. It may go up to 2. I don't know. I just want to start at 1, but it will be a 30-minute reading. So there we go. So Katie, do you have any questions about anything, or do you want me to just pull a card for you? I kind of want to leave it up to you. And this morning, I haven't pulled out this deck in a while, but it's the Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot. So I just want to see where that goes. And if you haven't heard, Jen and I are back. We'll be back again this Friday. Well, I'm waiting on Katie to see what she would like. So we'll be on again this Friday at 8. And then my work schedule is changing. So I'm waiting to see what the schedule is going to look like. And then we are going to do our show twice a month. So every other week. Good morning, Ashley. How are you? Katie, just pull a card. All right. Well, thank you, Glenda. I appreciate it. And one of the perks is, right now, subscribers will get preference during the lives. Not the complete live. I can't promise that. I'm just going to do subscribers. But I'm going to leave spots open for subscribers, especially when I'm doing mediumship. During a live, for instance, if I'm on there an hour, I'll set 2 aside for mediumship. Cards, same thing. But I have to be careful with that too, because some people will take that they think that every live I do, they will get a reading every live. I wish I could do that, but that's what the group will be for, All right, Katie, let's see what comes up for you. All right, Katie. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's the King of Earth. So what I usually do with cards, I'm going to read what the author has on here, and then I'm going to kind of feel into it to see how it applies to you in more a personal way. Okay, so this one's talking about it's a successful time for you. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. And it almost feels like whatever you're doing or whatever you have planned to do right now, it's almost like it has this feeling of can't fail. So Katie, right away, I have to ask, because this is what I'm feeling. I feel I need to talk about career. And I don't know why this feels familiar for you, but I feel I need to talk about a change that's happening either around the job that you currently have or a change that's going in a different direction. Because I'm just feeling like burnout. That's what I'm feeling around you. So before I go any further, does that make any sense? And it's weird. Okay, I got to talk about this. This is just a side note of what I'm going through myself. So I am taking a development class for myself because I felt like I needed to push myself. I may have talked about this before. Okay, Katie, good. Hold that thought because I'm going to get back to that. So ever since the beginning, when I've thought about doing intuitive readings, intuitive psychic, whatever you want to call it, I've always felt like very uncomfortable with that because I'm like, mediumship has been my thing. I've always felt like all over the place with the intuitive reading and getting into people's energy. Yes, I can obviously do that, but it's always been like, I don't know, weird. It's always felt scattered. So I'll get to the point that I'm trying to make with this. So during this mentorship that I'm in, the light finally shined on kind of keeping myself organized. So I did a reading for my mentor. And for her, everything that I brought up made sense, but everything felt scattered. So maybe if you're out there doing this work, maybe this will help you. But Katie, put a bookmark there because I'm getting back to that and I won't forget where we were. Okay. So I felt that during that reading that I did for her, I kind of contradicted myself. Like when I tuned into her energy, I felt one thing, and I won't go into specifics. I'll just try to highlight an example. So say it was with job. Okay. I feel the burnout, blah, blah, blah. Like you need a rest. Then what would happen is I would get something else with that same topic that kind of moved it in a different direction. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And my mentor was like, well, first you connect it to her energy. Okay. So in her energy is her wants, desires, all that good stuff. Spirit comes in, your guides, and they give a different perspective. They kind of open it up to maybe you're not thinking about this all the way through. Like maybe you feel like you need to push, push, push. Okay, that's what I may be getting for you. But guides are like, step back. Let the project just go by itself and see where it goes for a little bit. Don't feel like you got to jump in. So I was like, okay, this is contradicting. And she's like, well, that's the yin and yang, if you will. This is what you want, which is fine. But Spirit's like, hey, have you thought about this? Maybe relax a little bit. So it's weird. It's like you get, one side, Spirit gives you the other. I was like, whoa. Hope that made sense because it kind of blew my mind. Okay, Katie. So again, yes, with the burnout, considering different options. Let me just see what else comes along with that. But it also feels now this is from your guides, okay? Because this feels as like you're not using your natural talents and abilities for what you want to do here. Because I feel it almost gets the feeling like you're suppressing your natural abilities, if that makes sense. And it's almost a feeling of don't be afraid to make yourself uncomfortable working towards something that you really want to do. One more thing, Katie, and then I'll kind of wrap it up. I also feel that you need some time for yourself away from family. I just in your energy right now, I'm just feeling like you're overwhelmed with family, and it might not be within your household, but it's other. I'm feeling it more for like extended family, like mom, dad, other relatives. I don't know. Does that make sense? Because I just feel this need to just talk about take some time for yourself, get out of the drama. And you know me, Katie, if that doesn't make sense, feel free to say it doesn't make sense. Okay. Oh, that makes perfect sense. I think was from your previous See, that's the thing about doing these on chat. I lose track of where I'm at. Okay. So there you go. That's your guides. Again, they won't tell you what to do, but they're just saying, hey, maybe consider taking a break. You need some you time. So thank you, Katie. Morning, Arnie. No vodka this morning. I'm going to hop out on the motorcycle here in a few hours, so I better not drink. So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to pull somebody else here for a random reading. Ashley, I don't know. I'm pulled to you, Ashley. Are you still here? I hope you are, Ashley, because as soon as I said your name, I'm getting flooded with like, I already feel something I need to talk about with you without even pulling a card. Ashley, okay. I feel you're in this, I don't want to say trap of feeling that you got to constantly be in development classes. I feel like now for you is a time to just do it, right? Practice, get out there more and more and just do it. So I don't know if you're struggling with the typical, I don't feel like I'm good enough. I feel like I need more development. The need. To me, it's more of a feeling of your guides reminding you that it's almost like a feeling of, no, you have what you need. You always have. It's just now it's just a matter of doing it and just doing it. So I don't know. Does that make sense? I also want to pull a card for you, Ashley, on top of that to see if I get validation. Okay, so that is validated. Okay, good. Yes, Ashley. We all go through that, no matter how long you've been doing this. For instance, I just watched somebody on TikTok last week, and this person was like grabbing names and just everything. I'm like, here we go again. For that small minute, I felt myself getting into that feeling of, well, I can't do that. And how much easier it would be if I could get that. And I just had to stop myself right then and there because I've been down that rabbit hole, with that feeling. So it's natural. We're always going to compare. We always will. Even though we say we don't want to, we will. We'll see somebody working, we're like, you'll get that fleeting feeling of, well, I'm not that good. I should maybe stop, or you know what I mean? So yeah, I've seen you work. You're amazing. So just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. You're going to have the ups and downs like everybody. That's just a natural part of this work. Okay. So let me just pull a card and see what comes up for you. Interesting. So you got the wheel card. Okay. So again, I'm just going to read what it says because I think it does validate. A time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So with this, I just feel it's like you're going in the right direction and things are going to start lining up because you're doing the work. You're putting yourself out there, and you don't have to reach for things. You don't have to things are going to come your way. Opportunities are going to present. It's just this feeling of stop chasing, surrender. Okay. Just surrender and things will come to you. Just keep doing the work. You'll be surprised, but opportunity is going to present just from you being out there. Okay. So there we go. Tony, I don't read other people's energy, so I can't tell anything about your person. Let me just see what I feel for you, though. So Tony, right away when I connect to your energy with that question in mind, again, I'm reading you, I don't read other people, okay, in the situation, but for you, it just feels right. It feels like the timing is right. It feels like you've healed yourself in that way of it's a time where you're ready for a relationship. It's not like a feeling of I want a relationship, or I'm sorry, I need a relationship. I need somebody to be in my life. It feels like you're past that time. And now's the time where it's like, I could be okay by myself and I could be okay with somebody. So I feel it's like the energy just feels right with you're in the right place right now. And I just feel that. Let me just see if I can get a card. Wow, and look what card comes up for you, Tony, the Lovers. So that just validates that again, this is on you, that the time is right, you're in the right place, and it talks about intimate relationship, carefully weighing your decisions. So this just validates that the timing is right, okay? Good morning, Tony. I'm not doing any mediumship this morning. I'm kind of just doing, you're welcome, Tony. I'm just kind of doing intuitive readings and cards. So I can pull a card for you. Wow. And Tony, as I was talking to you, this is the card that comes out for you. Okay. So it's the High Priestess. Archangel. I should go through sometime and learn how to pronounce these archangels. So is it Haniel? I'm just going to go with that. So this is telling you to listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Let me see if I can give you some context with that about what I'm feeling with that for you. So Tani, so what I'm feeling I need to talk about with you is a relationship. This, to me, the context of this card is about relationships. And it's almost like pacing yourself. And see, when these these can kind of get a little touchy when I'm doing a live. Let me just ask you before I go any further. Is there something with a relationship with a partner right now that there's because that's where I feel it's like have patience. That's where the patience comes in. It's like let this relationship unfold. Or if you're in a relationship, it's kind of the feeling of, yes, there is. Okay, good. Again, I hesitate when it's the intuitive readings because they do dive in. Again, they're not going to get super personal because just they won't let us. I'm just feeling again to pace yourself with this relationship and let it unfold naturally without pushing things, like not putting labels on things and giving each other space. There's a feeling of, yeah, giving each other space, like not spending all the time together, but making sure that you don't lose your identity as well. Does that make sense? You need space big time. Okay, good. So that's, I feel that was coming from your guides. And again, what's highlighted with that is to not lose yourself within a relationship, right? You're still your own person. Don't hide who you are. Don't minimize who you are. Always be yourself. Be your quirky self. Okay. Right. Especially in relationships, there's times where we put on a mask to make sure we're not showing our goofy side. I don't know. I just feel like never try to minimize who you are. Be goofy. Okay, good, Tony. Well, I'm glad that helps. All right, Glenda. To you now. Glenda, do you have any questions about anything? Any certain direction you want me to look into, or shall I just pull a card? I think I'll just pull a card. See what comes up for you, Glenda. You're welcome, Tani. This came flying out for you, Glenda. So it's the release card, Archangel Azrael. The end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So Glenda, right away when I connect with you, I'm feeling I need to talk about your own metaphysical ability. So that can be psychic, mediumship, healing. I need to talk about that with you. It's a feeling of stop hiding who you are. And it's almost like this feeling it's almost, I shouldn't say almost, it is. It's a feeling from your guides to like, why are you holding yourself back? Why are you holding yourself back? And with you, I'm feeling like there's this innate feeling inside of you to help people, but it's kind of like it's being smothered. Does that make sense? Again, for everybody who does this work, maybe it's just me in my limited vocabulary, but taking energy and trying to put it into words can sometimes be a challenge for me. But hopefully you get the gist of about what I'm talking about. Because again, with this card, I see the path. And it's like, it's time to walk that path. It's time to walk your path. I'll say this and then I'll move on, but the feeling I also get, it's time to put your old self aside. It's about transforming, okay? And I don't get into visuals too much or analogies, but I see the butterfly, I see the caterpillar going into the cocoon and transforming. So again, this is weird because I never get visuals like this, but it's time for you to transform and be the person you're meant to be. It's almost like the muggle life is kind of behind you. It's time to just express express your natural abilities. So I hope that helps, Glenda. Amy Marple, how are you? I'm going to pull a card for you, Amy. And thank you, Amy. Your mom's symbol is a butterfly. Okay. So there you go. There's mom's way of weaving in. Because again, I usually don't get those type of symbols because I don't work in symbology. There's just I don't have the attention span for it, so I stay away from it. But I'm glad that helps, Glenda. So now you mentioned your mom. Is there? This will just be a quick one, but I need to acknowledge a birthday that's coming up. Because I feel the need to say happy birthday. And then I want to move on to Amy. All right, Amy. Wow, this is good. I haven't used this deck of cards in so long, but I'm really liking them. I have like a whole bookshelf, and I was like, of course, to my guides, I'm like, what card deck should I use this morning? And they're like, I just felt pulled this one, August. Okay, is it the 4th? There's something about the 4th of the month as well. And I'll stop there, Glenda. But for Amy, it's the dreamer. Okay. So again, I'm going to read the narrative. I'm kind of going to feel into the card and to your energy and see what comes up. But this is talking about a leap of faith, taking that leap of faith and following your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Amy, I don't like to ask questions, but this is coming up, and it seems I shouldn't even ask the question. Is there something about real estate with you? And if not, that's fine. I'll push that aside. But I just got this. I just saw the name or the title, real estate. Okay, good. Let me move on from that then. I don't know where that came from. Oh, okay, Glenda. Her husband passed on the 4th. It was their anniversary. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Amy, the leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. This is interesting because I'm pulled to this. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but it's a unicorn. Okay. I'm pulled to that. And I just feel it's like it's okay to dream big. And again, it comes with taking that leap of faith. It's almost like your mind created something, but your ego is holding you back like that's too big for me. And I feel like I need to say, stop minimizing yourself and what you think you're capable of. You're capable of anything you put your mind to. And I need to talk about stop holding yourself back. So this might be a little homework for you, Amy, but I feel it's like why I like you gotta come to terms on why you feel like you need to limit yourself. You enter to win a house. Okay. Maybe that was the real estate thing. I don't know. But yeah, Amy, does this make sense? I know this is something we all struggle with, right? We kind of have an idea, and I mean, I'll just use me as an example, but it's like immediately it's followed by, but you're not capable of that, a feeling along that lines of that's too big for you. Um, so for you, I just feel like you need to really process this and work on getting over that feeling of this is too big for me, or this is for somebody else. This isn't meant for me. Um, and intuition, your intuition will never let you down. And this is coming from your guides, I feel. It's this feeling of because you'll ask the question no matter what the situation. Stop trying to get the information or the answer in your mind. It's more in your gut. So a practice that I use is when I want to be objective, it's literally like I'll put my awareness in my gut and I'll explain what that is. Maybe somebody's new here that hasn't really heard this process. I don't know. When I talk about putting your awareness in your gut and then asking the question and then feeling into that, you're going to get a feeling one way or the other. Either it's going to feel good or it's not going to feel good. Trust that feeling. But putting your awareness somewhere, it's like this. If I want to focus on my palm, okay, my awareness now is in my hand, in my palm. That's where I'm concentrating my awareness, my energy. So it's the same thing with your gut. It's moving your awareness to your gut, asking the question. So with you, Amy, that's the theme for you. It's stop with these limiting self-beliefs. And I hope that helps. All right. Janelle, may I pull a card for you? So Janelle, how's the Reiki going? I know we haven't talked in a long, long time. I think that was the last, when we did a reading last, I think we talked, you were doing Reiki. Maybe that's what I need to talk about. I don't know. That just came to mind. But I am going to pull a card. Oh, you haven't done it for a while? Okay. So I said I wasn't going to do mediumship, but you know, sometimes they just push in. So I think you know where this is going, Janelle. Now I know I've read for you before, but your man is here with the J name. I think it's the J name. I keep seeing the J name. I feel like I need to talk about an anniversary of something that's happened soon or happening soon. And there's also a birthday. Is one of your daughters having a birthday soon? Because that's now one of your daughters is in my awareness. He always jumps in. Yes. It's funny how they work, because it's almost like I've done a reading, and what they'll do is they'll bring me some reference points of almost like, this is what we talked about the last time we did a reading. I cannot remember what I did yesterday, so there's no way I remember things. But he's reminding me, like, his personality comes in, no birthdays until December. Okay, that's fine. But he's talking, like, he reminds me of himself, like being a chef, because that's what's in my awareness. So it's like, hey, remember I was the chef. I'm like, okay. Obviously, I know about the Harleys because he's showing me the Harleys too. Just when I said I wasn't going to get into mediumship, I'm almost like resisting it. Okay, I'm going to let him be your guide, because I'm going to let him, because he's making me aware of. Why are you so, oh God, forgive me if this doesn't make sense, but he's like, she's being her typical self with her scatter brain. She doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know when she wants to do it. It's like, oh my God. So he's making me feel like you're struggling with a direction right now. Does that make any sense? %. Janelle, so I'm just going to go with what he's making me feel. And again, I'm just a messenger. But he's making me feel, he wants to acknowledge like a good for you feeling. It's a feeling of you cut somebody out of your life. Like you've put up boundaries. He's like, good for you is the feeling I'm getting from him. And it's like, it's about damn time. Why did you put up with that shit for so long? Because he's sitting there clapping. It's like, does that make any sense, Janelle? Because he's like, he's giving me this feeling if because he I'm feeling his personality, but he's pointing. He's like, you know damn well if I was there, I would have cut that shit out for you a long time ago. Okay. So he's like, thank you. It's about damn time, because it was wearing you down and it just wasn't good for you. So interesting. So Janelle, this is just me being me, but I had it out with my guides about a week ago about people's names. I'm like, I've been at this a while, and I don't ask too much for myself, but I need to just for like situations like this, it just makes it more efficient if I can get the names. Okay, yes, I'm being selfish by asking that. Okay, his daughter is toxic, and okay, okay. Well, I'm sorry that had to happen, but he's like, from his point of view, it's like you had to do what you had to do for you. Is his name like Jim James? I know it's a J name. I see the J very clearly. At least I think I do. And there's my ego going, are you sure? Oh, and his name was Jim. Okay. Maybe that's why I'm feeling that he's saying Jim is here then. Because I keep hearing like Jim, Jim, Jim. Was he a heavy smoker? And I'm just feeling two things. And then I want to pull you a card. I know this is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But I feel like cancer and I feel smoking around him. And I'm feeling too, they were two peas in a pod, like was cancer. Okay. Their personalities were very similar. Because I feel this is more of his dad, but it's like, okay, they're making me laugh because would they cut each other up, like giving each other shit and just like poking each other? I just feel like like that was the relationship, like giving each other like the business, if you will, because that's what they're doing now. It's like that's the personality. I feel like when those two were together, it was just like this constant like laugh. Like it was just funny to watch them interact. And I feel this is more of his dad saying, "You should see us when we were drinking." So yeah, I'm just laughing in their presence. So I hope that makes sense. They're just cutting me up. They're making me laugh. I don't even think I need to pull a card for you because I think the message was there. It's like again, it's like um don't be afraid to set up those boundaries. Okay. I'm just sitting here shuffling and one card fell out, so I'm going to push this. I'm going to pull this for you, and then I kind of want to move on. So it's life experience, okay? Archangel Shamuel. Again, I hope. Oh, that'd be great to talk to you again, Janelle. Uh, this is talking about a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. I don't even think I need to really go further into that. I hope that makes sense in some way again. The part that's really standing out to me is like spreading your wings and doing your thing. Like things have been on the back burner long enough. It's time to get back to it. So I hope that helps, Janelle. And thank you for tuning in. It's been a while since I've talked to you. All right. So who is still here? I got time for a few more readings. You know what that means? Good, Janelle. Good, 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 good. Heidi, I'm going to pull a card for you, Heidi. Thank you for being here. And thank you for all your support, Heidi. All right. Heidi, then Arnie. Heidi, then Arnie. So Heidi. Before I get into the card, Heidi, as soon as I kept saying your name over and over, I have a dog that comes in. Do you have a dog on the other side? It was weird. I was shuffling the cards and all of a sudden I feel the presence of a dog. You don't? Okay. Somebody's dog is here. So here's the card that I pulled for you, Heidi. It's the Justice card, Archangel. Oh my God. I'm just going to put it up there. Can you see that? Raguael. Some of these names. But what it's talking about is fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. What stands out for me with this card for you is standing up for your beliefs. It's almost the feeling I'm getting for you, Heidi, is like, boy, this must be a theme today because that's what's coming in for you too. It's about stop hiding who you are and minimizing who you are to please other people. That's what I'm feeling for you right now. And it's more of a boundary with family because family is coming into the picture when I'm talking about this. So again, what I'm feeling for you is you're kind of the feeling I get is you're still kind of being shy about who you are around family. Does that make sense? Okay. This is interesting. So with you, Heidi, I just saw the word profit come up with you, but I want to give you context with that. It's two things. One, stop ignoring those intuitive feelings that you have. Okay. It's like I feel the intuition is there strong with you, but you're still questioning it. Okay. But it's almost a feeling of like you watch other people do this work, but you're kind of still standing in the background waiting for the perfect moment. And I keep feeling like the moment's now, like do it now. Stop waiting. Does that make sense? Do you work with any kind of I know a lot of people that watch these lives are intuitives, right? I know a lot of people in here are mediums and psychics. And some of these may seem like, oh, that makes sense for like multiple people. Well, yeah, that's the point. If these messages make sense to you as well, take it. But for Emily, or I mean Heidi, yeah. The reason why you're having all these synchronicities, it's like things are lining up for you. It's like what you've been wanting is coming into focus. And again, it's about surrendering and just following those intuitive feelings. All right, then the feeling I get is stop waiting. So that's the message. Stop waiting. Good, Heidi. Hello, Lisa. Yeah, you're just as in here causing trouble as usual. So, all right, Arnie. I know you're still here, right? Hi, Aaron. You have a great day as well. Yes, she is, Lisa. All right, Arnie. So Arnie, I know you design cards, right? Dragon cards. I don't know if this is coming from memory or this is what I have to talk about. Are you having issues with a publisher or getting these out in some way? I'll get to a card, but as I was shuffling, I just felt like that come in, like that energy come in, like there's a roadblock. There's something, I don't know if it's a barrier. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Here we go to analogies that I don't usually use, but it's like this feeling of don't put all your eggs in one basket. I feel like there's other avenues or options that need to be explored. Okay. I got to stick with the feeling though about that part of I'm going back to the publisher thing. Maybe that's why that's coming up. Maybe that's an avenue that needs to be explored. So I may have misinterpreted what I was feeling about that, but the publisher thing is coming up. And maybe, I don't know, are you very stubborn? All right, I'm with your guides. So again, take this for what it's worth, but I'm just going to go with what I'm feeling. It's almost like put the pride aside, stop being so stubborn. There are people that can help you, but choose carefully, if that makes sense. Because it's like there are people out there that can help you get over these boundaries that you're experiencing. And it's almost like the feeling of they've done it before, they've been through the situation you're going through right now, and it's almost like a feeling of let others help you because they can help you focus and get moving forward again. That may not make sense now. It may be because I'm feeling the resistance, but I don't know. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Let me pull a card though and see if I can get some validation with that. Because I know it's weird. I was thinking about that this morning. For some reason, I was thinking about these musicians and these bands that just sell their soul to these companies, and the companies reap all the rewards. And like, here's the scraps for you. And it's like, oh my God, it's just disgusting what these companies do, right? But yeah, it's almost, and again, not to go with one of the bigger companies, but again, it's just be open to and it's almost a feeling too of working with other people who have been through the process that you're going through right now for advice. And now I'll pull a card and see if that validates it in any way. But it's hard. Yeah, it is sad because But again, the feeling when I read that is don't lose hope. There are people, there are independent people that will help you, and they do it for the right reasons. Exactly, Emily. Yeah. There's a lot of predators out there that will take advantage, but it's I'll just say this, summing it up, that there are people out there that we can trust, and don't lose hope with that. So let me just feel into this card. So Arnie, for you, it's the 3 of fire. Okay. So abundance, things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. To me, it's a feeling of the work will be worth it. And I know you're not the type person that gives up. It can be discouraging, but it's like, this is just a reminder to keep going forward. It will be worth it. Yeah. And just a reminder, there are good people out there that will help. All right. I'm going to do a collective card for everybody this morning. And then I'm going to go enjoy some outdoor time on my day off since it rained all day yesterday. I want to thank everybody for stopping by this morning. I haven't been live by myself in a long time. I need to do this more often. All right, so I'm going to pull a card for the collective. My pleasure, Arnie. I know that probably sounds like a jumbled up, confusing, like what is he talking about kind of reading. Hopefully you got something from that. All right, so actually, this is the card came up. And it makes sense. It kind of falls in line with the theme that's been kind of happening here this morning. So the Empress and Archangel Gabriel, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Again, no dream is too big. Stop with the self-limiting beliefs. You know, when you get that idea and it's immediately followed by the ego stepping in and go, no, play it safe, play it safe. I think those are kind of lessons for you and for me, that it's almost like, for me, if somebody tells me you can't do that or you're not capable, that just pisses me off, and I do it out of spite. So maybe your guides are like my guides, and maybe they're pushing your buttons to test your resolve. I don't know. That's how I take it for me. If somebody tells me no, I literally got my college degree out of spite, because I don't think my grandfather meant it in any negative way, but I remember when I was 16 or 17, he's like, you're not college material. You should, you need to do a trade. And I wish I would have become a plumber, but instead I went into the military to do 4 years, and I did 20. And throughout that time, I got my degree in professional aeronautics and said, there, fuck you, I did it. I graduated after he had passed, but I still like, hey, this was for you. And again, maybe in a way he was trying to motivate me, but I did it out of spite, because I am definitely not college material. I hated every second of going to college. Well, but there was other reasons why I went. So again, work on those self-limiting beliefs. You're capable of whatever you put your mind to, and stop hiding who you are, your authentic self. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. I kind of want to leave it at that. Hold on. Okay, one more card for everybody, because I split the deck. I was about to put them away, and then the Hermit comes up. So the Hermit is deals with just that. To me, it's a feeling of spending time with yourself. And this can be a lesson for everybody. Put the damn phones down and learn to daydream again. Remember that, especially for people my age, when we didn't have all this shit and we just spent a lot of time with ourselves thinking about things and daydreaming. I believe that when we're in that daydream state, that's when our guides and our family come in and they kind of give us those moments of inspiration of maybe it's a problem you've been thinking about and you finally like stop thinking about it and let yourself relax. Here comes your guides to give you that moment of inspiration and like, oh my God, those aha moments. I mean, I know we've all experienced that. Like, holy shit, I wasn't thinking of that. And there it is. It was like the answer is so simple, but when we're thinking about it and concentrating on it, that's the ego. So step back. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a morning, everybody. And again, Jennifer and I will be back this Friday at 8 p.m. And then starting in July, I got to see what my work schedule is because it's changing. But we're going to do 2 shows a month now. And I'm not sure if it's going to be a morning show or afternoon. I'm not sure, but we'll post about it. I am going to do more lives by myself on this page and in my group. So we'll see where that goes. All right, everybody. Thanks again. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I'm sure you'll probably see me around here shortly. Bye, everybody.